Good morning, good morning. Dominique here, and I'm going to teach you how to replace the ECM or engine control module. Alright, so on a 2009 Hyundai Elantra, the ECM is right here, located in between the air filter and the fuse box. And of course, you have to remove the negative terminal from the battery here, but I'm gonna remove the entire battery. I just like space. Since I have extra time, just remove the battery. Okay, so like I said before, you can just remove the negative terminal from the battery, but I removed the battery because I like more space. And back to removing the ECM, you have two choices. Either you can remove this fuse box right here, or you can remove the air filter housing. But keep in mind, the ECM is bolted on to the air filter housing. So what I'm gonna do is remove this bad boy right here, and the ECM will come out with it. So let's see how it turned out. Okay, so I'm gonna have to remove this fella right here. I see two 10mm screws, so it's time to take out the 10mm socket and ratchet. Alright, once you remove the two 10mm screws, this whole piece slide out right here. So now I got more room to work with. Alright, so next thing, that's a 10mm screw holding down the air filter housing. Let's remove it. Hopefully this whole thing slides up, because I already took the clips out, and let's see if this whole thing removed. Then there's another 10mm screw right here. I don't know if you can see it right here. And once that's removed, the entire air assembly, the air filter housing, there's another 10mm screw in the back of the air filter housing right here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, it's right here. So let's remove it. All right, now you should be able to disconnect the ECM. Unplug it. And the whole thing will come out. All right, here we go. And that's how I remove my ECM. All right, so now that I removed the entire assembly, that's four 10mm screws right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take this off, and now the whole engine control module will come off. All right, now that the entire computer is removed, let's go get the other conduct. All right, now that the car's computer is removed, let's get the other one. Now, usually these things cost about $1,000 brand new. However, I wasn't planning on spending that type of money, so I just looked on eBay and got me a used one for 30 bucks. Now, when getting another car's computer, you want to make sure that the numbers match up. Like right here, my original one, 39150-23023, and the one I just purchased, 39150-23023. Everything over here matches. So let's put it on the car and see how it turns out. Another thing, you always want to make sure you're wearing gloves You don't want to ruin the ECM. There's static electric parts on here, and you need to be wearing gloves when working on the ECM. Next, gloves on. And let's put the ECM back on. Put all 4 screws back on. And we'll be ready to go. Alright, now that it's back in place, let's reverse the process. Alright, so when replacing these 2 10mm screws and this one on top, make sure you don't tighten it up. You know, give you a little space to wiggle it around so you can line it back up. Otherwise, it'll be really difficult. On to the next step. I'm sorry, but once you have it aligned, then you take your ratchet 10mm socket and tighten it up. Then you go on to the next step. Now that I got that back in place, I went ahead and put the clamps back on to close the air filter housing. And now I can go ahead and plug up the ECM. Plug it up. Alright, now that that's plugged up. Last and final step. Put this big fella back on. 10mm screws. And that's very simple. Alright, now that she's on, let's tighten it down. Tighten down on the next one. All right. Job complete. Last and final step. I have to put back in my battery. Of course, you might have had just removed one terminal from the battery post. So let's get this battery back in here. And that's how you replace the ECM on a 2009 Hyundai Elantra. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. And God bless you. Thank you. I almost forgot. Most people want to see if the car starts once you replace the ECM. Let's find out. All right, people, thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.